lot's happened. A lot. Got a new premier. Police seem to have calmed down a little bit in Melbourne, which is good for our friends down there. It's the home of the movement. Last time I spoke to everybody was about the BIOSECURITY Act. And in the meantime, I've done a bit of research, and it's one of 4 bills that are quite concerning. I apologize for my appearance. I haven't been into makeup. This is just a little journal entry, I guess. Yeah, so on top of the BIOSECURITY Act, which was quite concerning. If you haven't signed the petition, please do. It only takes a couple of minutes. You can find a link to that one on my Instagram. I'll probably put it in the show notes for this bullshit little video. And like I said, it's one of 4. Obviously, there's the identify and disrupt. And the digital ID. But most troubling, I don't know how many Australians are aware of this, because I was completely unaware, and the only article I found when I googled it was from Green Left Weekly, and it was nearly a year old. But last September, on the quiet, they modified a bill. I forget the exact name of it, but it won't be too hard to find. At least that one article. It's also on my Instagram. I'll also link that in the show notes. But there was a bill that gave foreign forces, be they military or police, the same qualified immunity type protections that our own police operate under. So given those 4 bills, it's starting to look like there's something very sinister going on here. Very sinister indeed. And I think we're in for some dark days ahead, guys. For a vaccine, for a pandemic that was supposed to be over in a couple of months, beginning with lockdowns that were supposed to last a couple of weeks, it's turning into a real ongoing problem. And I don't know how familiar most of you would be with, let's call it the forensic history version of events of the later half of the last century. But an interesting little thing that the CIA got busted doing in Italy, called Operation Gladio, where they were basically building a secret army within Italy for the purpose of subverting and overthrowing the Italian government. And what's happening in Melbourne's starting to look like Gladio 2.0 to me, at least, in my more paranoid moments. Those of you that know me know they're quite often. But as I like to say, paranoia is just over the horizon radar. And it's a result of us being a prey animal. We're very good at spotting threats with very little information. It's been vital to our survival as a species. Now, I know not everybody in this fight believes in the Darwinian picture, but I do to some extent. And yeah, because of that, I fully believe that millions of years ago we were somewhat akin to a meerkat. Pack rat animal. Very far from the apex predator that we've become. And I actually think deep down that's the cause of our human anxiety, is we know that we don't have the killer instinct of a tiger or a wolf. And that on some level that makes our position here precarious. And that's one of our deep human anxieties right there. Right there. You know, a lot of people like to exploit those anxieties to sell you shit you don't need. But, you know, that doesn't mean that it's not useful. It doesn't mean that it can't be made to serve you. As long as you don't let it rule you, like so many of our other instincts. So yeah, that's just a little update. And me and the boys will keep digging. But there's a pattern emerging here. And I've been saying from the start, the reason they don't call it SARS-CoV-2 all the time, but they call it COVID, is because that's an acronym for Certificate of Vaccination ID, which was very much in line with the plans the World Economic Forum have outlaid for us all on their website. They don't hide it. As I understand it, Klaus has been quite detailed in his books about what the plan is. And so if you want to bore yourself or frighten yourself, you could probably read up on it. You might even get ahead of me. Well, you know, this is just my thoughts. I'm not making any accusations other than the 4 bills. They're very real. And there is a petition on the government website about identify and disrupt as well. And if you haven't signed it already, sign the BIOSECURITY Act and the Digital Identity Bill, which also was rather sneakily put through, is up to its final phase of consultation before it goes before the legislature. And you can voice your objections. It's not as easy as the petition process for the other 2 bills. To read way through 500 odd pages of PDF, make a written submission outlining your concerns. And to do that, you have until the 27th of October, 5 p.m. Although I wouldn't be surprised if they pull a fast one there too. So get on that one quickly if you're so inclined. Well, thanks for tuning in. This is the Informed Dissent channel. Signing off.